Hi. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening or watching from. This is JP. Welcome to Jump On Music UK. And this is 25 songs you can perform on a looper, part 2. So for those who are joining us, hi. I hope you're well. This is the chat. So obviously say hello, say where you're from. And what we're going to do is we're going to carry on from last week's live stream. If you haven't seen that, obviously after this one, of course, you can dive back over to the other one. A couple of housekeeping things. First of all, we are using, obviously, my loop station system, but you can actually use anything that you want, obviously, any kind of looper. And I'm going to show you and break down these next group of songs. A couple of things, of course. First of all, this live stream is sponsored. It's sponsored by our friends over at DistroKid. We're going to put the DistroKid QR code just at the top, just there, so you can actually scan it. If you want to release some music, then basically you need a music distributor, and DistroKid can help you. So obviously just scan the QR code. You get 7% off your first annual membership with DistroKid, which is kind of cool. And yeah, so we're going to actually do a couple of different things. So the other thing as well is I'm actually using 2 cameras that I reviewed before. These cameras are basically sort of live streaming cameras with really, really good zoom. But I'm using one here, and as you can see. And then the other one is actually just at a different angle today. So you can see my sandals as well, because it's a hot, sunny day. Hi, Tainted, how we doing? So if you're obviously in the live stream, say hello in the chat over here. Let me know where you're from as well, and then I'll be all cool. And then also what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a couple of different songs just to showcase, obviously, 25 songs you can go to use for the looper. Part 2, as it were, as I say. Now, the other thing as well is there's a ticker going across the bottom, you'll notice, and that basically tells you about my How to Loop Like a Pro course. Now, the How to Loop Like a Pro course, I've had this little ticker on for quite a while, and the other thing as well is that's going to go. It's going to go at the end of the month. So if you want to actually grab my loop course, there's the QR code. And this is a beginners to intermediate course. So basically a massive course, actually 2 courses smashed into one. Yeah, so if you want to grab that, it's normally $149, but with the code Loop Like a Pro, you get $30 off. But that's going to go at the end of the month. So you've got ooh, that's really echoey, isn't it? You've got until the end of the month to actually get that $30 off, and then it's going to go back up to $149. I did say it's going to go. I didn't say when, but I'm telling you from today onwards, that course is going to basically stop its discount at the end of this month, the end of May. 1st of June, it's gone. So please, obviously, get it if you are interested. If you are interested, of course, scan the QR code. Go and have a look. Go and have a look at what's entailed in that course. Anyway, shall we get on with it? Hope everyone's all right. I'm looking over here, by the way, because my monitor is, my computer monitor is over here. So the chat is over here, even though you're there. So if you are chatting away, then obviously say hi, as obviously John and Tainted have. Yeah, there's noise coming in, that's good. Someone was asking me the other week if you're basically in stereo. I am actually pumping out in stereo. Now, whether YouTube is obviously putting that into mono, it is actually pumping out stereo. You can see the left and the right here. Just to give you a rundown, this is the RC600, and then also this is the Voice Live Play Acoustic. It doesn't matter what looper you've got. You can do what I'm about to do on pretty much any looper. But I thought I'd show it from a slightly different angle again, not just to show off my feet, but, you know, just to give you a little bit of an insight. I'm going to bring that camera a little bit closer. Hang on. There's always a camera thing on this live stream. So if you join us, I'll point it down in a minute. That's better, isn't it? Less of my feet and more of the looper. So yeah, there's always a camera issue with a camera thing going on with this live stream. Now, last week, I started playing and got a bit of a buzzing sound. That's because the battery went on ye olde guitar, but I've put a new battery in. So I'm going to play the song that I was going to play when we finished off we did Save Tonight, Eagle Eye Cherry, and then I moved over to Englishman in New York, but there was a song in between that I missed out. If you're getting any goodness out of this live stream, then give it a thumbs up. That is the most important thing for me. Give it a thumbs up. That really helps me. It helps the channel grow, and it also sends it out to more people, so we can have more people on live stream now. So yeah. So these are 25 sort of cover songs that you can play on a looper. This is Broken Stones by Paul Weller.
On the beach, looked around to place my feet like broken stones. You're just trying to get home. Breathers on the reach, too slow and sharp to hit the peaks. Yeah, lost and alone, just trying to get home. Another bit shatters, and another gets lost. Tell me why it really matters. Oh, it's such a cost. Losers reach around and hit the peaks. We're lost and alone, like broken stones.
So that's Broken Stone by Paul Weller. I know I was skipping up on a couple of the words, but never mind. You get the idea. So how's everyone doing? Yannick from France, good afternoon. Is it 1 hour, 2 hours ahead in France? I can never remember. I think it's 1 hour from here. So you noticed I split it up into 3 different parts. What we're going to do is we're going to actually break this down now and show you how I played it. So it's in the normal tuning. This is a G. So and you play around with the G and the C. So you go G, C, G. So you do that. So pebbles on the beach, kicked around, displays my feet, which is a D. Like broken stones, which is a C. Then now, there's a part where they were trying to get A and then D. But you'll notice in the loop that I actually just went back to the C and the G. So let's start with the beat, actually, and then we can get work in from there. There's something to show you, but I can't show you yet. I'm going to show you next week, which is over there. And I've been working really hard at it, so I'm quite proud of myself. Anyway, moving on. Let's get to the beat. So 1 bar beat. You notice I started by going. Got boots and cats, boots and cats. And then you hear the end. And then we've got this bit. Now, I played this twice, which is the actual sort of main riff, as it were. And I also added a bass as well by icing my basses, for those who don't realise. So there we go. There's a G. D, C, and then back to G. That sort of lovely thing that Paul Weller has. It's really nice. So those two playing together are pretty much it, but you'll notice when there's a line like Broken Stones, they're all trying to get home. You don't go to the C and the G, you go to A and D. So what I do is I just simply turn it off. So I'm going to go around the first verse again. And I'll show you what I mean. Thank you very much, Yannick. Pebbles on the beach. Oh yeah, the harmony's on. Kicked around, displayed my feet like broken stones. They were trying to turn it off. Too slow and shot to hit the peaks. It's a lost and alone. Just trying to get home. Okay, so that is your sort of verse 1. Then there's this other bit, which is a chord change. Now, you could put it in if you wanted to loop it, but to be honest, I just play it because it's short, and it brings the loop back in, so you can have the opportunity to bring it back in. There's no real chorus here. This is the bridge, and the chorus is kind of like the verse, as it were. It's one of those weird ones. So this is, you go over to G on G. And then you go another bit C. Now I don't know if you can see that, I'm sort of just moving my index finger. And another gets lost. Tell me why it really E minor. Oh, and such a cost. And it's meant to be F and D, but sometimes you can get away with C and D. It depends on what you want to do. But while you're doing that, all you do is you turn the second loop off. So what we can do is you can go another bit shadows because you're muting. But what's quite nice about that? Let that ring out. Oh, such a cost. What's really cool is that section is the same length as this. So by the time you just press it back on again, it's back to the bar 1, beat 1. I hope that makes sense. And then instead of actually playing a solo, now this is where the harmonies really help. So that's really, really easy. With the Voice Live, it's on natural play, so you can just play a chord and it recognizes it. That's why I won't get rid of it. I've just looked at the camera and that's really yellow. Do I look really red and sunburnt and pink? It's weird. Hang on. That's a bit better. Doesn't need to be like that. I'm not that pink, by the way. Weird. Yeah, so there we go. So basically now you've got those parts. You know, you got to... And as soon as you've recorded it, you turn it off. Because you then turn off loop 2, as well as loop 3. Because you're back to another bed shatters and another gets lost. Okay? So that's really, really cool, because then you can just, obviously, none of it matters. Oh, and such a cost. Now, you can stop the whole loop at that point. And then you'd have the harmonies on anyway, and then just go back to verse 1. The pebbles on the beach, kicked around, displaced my feet, like broken stones. They're just trying to get home. Losers reach to hit the peaks. This lost alone, just trying to get home. Turn off the others. Just hold on the G, C, G. There we go. Now, while I subtly tune this, obviously not too subtle. There we go. This live stream is sponsored. Sponsored by our friends over at DistroKid. The QR code is up there if you want to release some music. That QR code there, that one right there. If you want to release some music, then go ahead and use DistroKid's QR code to do it, because they can basically push it out to all the online stores and streaming sites around the world. And then I think there's about 160 of them now. So obviously, if you want to go ahead and do that, by all means, go ahead and do that. And then also, I need to let you be aware of something. These cameras that I'm using right now, this is the ReStream VM33. So I was very graciously gifted 2 of them by ReStream because they wanted me to test them out. And they're the ones with a sort of 10 times optical zoom, so we could zoom right into my eyeball if you really, really wanted to. But I've just got them plugged in by USB-C into the Mac, and then here on there. So we've got this one here, the one down, there's one just down here. So the VM33s are working incredibly well. They just sit there and do their job. They're really, really good. So thank you very much to ReStream as well for supplying the cameras today. So there we go. Right, so I'm going to pick up where we left off, which I think, yes, we did All About Cupcakes last time, which is a play on All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor. So we would move over now from, just to keep you in check of what we're doing. This is part 2 of 25 songs to loop on a looper. And we would do Save Tonight, Eagle Eye Cherry, and then we're going to go on to Broken Stones by Paul Weller. Then we did Englishman in New York by Sting. One Day Like This by Elbow, and that's in Dadgad. And then Dance the Night Away. Just wanna dance the night away. Anyway, All About That Bass. And then we move over. Obviously, for me, I'm personally in Dadgad for those songs. Then what we do is we move back over and we go over to normal tuning, which I'm sure you'll all be very happy about, because that means if you're in normal tuning and you like your guitars, you can follow me in this. This is dead easy, this one. Now, the question was, Now the question was like, how do I do something like that where you got like 3 loops or 6 loops, whatever? How do you do it on a 1-phrase looper, or how do you do it on a 2-phrase looper? Well, my advice for a 1-phrase looper is most 1-phrase loopers will actually have a rhythm section. So you won't have to do the boots and the cats bit because you've got the rhythm already. And then with that one, it's up to you. You can just basically put that one phrase down. I could do that on an RC5. Then I could put the harmonies down, and then with a separate pedal, like an FS7 pedal or FS6, I could undo and redo. And that'd be really, really important to me, because then you've got also another level. On an RC500, for example, you've got 2 levels. You've got an A and a B. You've got a track 1 and a track 2. On a Sheeran looper, you've got a track 1 and track 2 as well. So you could do that. There is no rhythm section on the Sheeran looper. On the Sheeran looper Plus, by the way. So there's no built-in rhythm section. So you know, you've got those options. Now, some people use an RC600 and still use your rhythm section. Well, that means you only need 1 loop, or maybe 2. You don't need to use them all. You could split out the bass, the drums, the harmonies, lows and highs if you really, really wanted to. But it's going to take more time. So if you're playing it live, the whole point is to get the audience's attention, okay? So this one is actually a bit of fun, and this is actually, for me, on Capo 3, and this is a good old, I think it's 90s. You can hear that, right? Let me know in the chat. Let me know you can hear that. You can hear that, right? I'm not going mad or anything. I play... What? Everyone look at that. I play Cigar Box in Open G with my RC600 in addition with a keyboard called the chord Kronos. Really nice. What a good combination that is. Must have like 5 hands or something. That's cool. I'm joking. Right, so this is a Genesis number. Let's see if you know what it is. Capo 3, E, D, and A. That's it. E, D, and A. Sun beating down, burning my feet just walking around. Hot sun making me sweat, get us getting close, hasn't got me yet. I can dance, I can talk, only thing about me is the way that I walk. I can dance, I can sing, I'm just standing here selling everything. Sitting on the beach, her dog is talking to me, but she's out of reach. She's got a body under that shirt, and all she wants to do is rub my face in the dirt. I can dance, I can talk, only thing about me is the way that I walk. I can dance, I can sing, I'm just standing here selling. And everything is in place. You never know who's looking on.
drunk, spilling beer on my shoes. Fat guys talking to me, trying to steal my blues. Thick smoke, see us smiling through. I never thought so much could happen to shoot it through. I can dance, I can talk. Only thing about me is the way that I walk. I can dance, I can sing. I'm just standing here selling. And everything is in place. You never know who's looking on. The perfect body and the perfect face. I can dance, I can talk. The only thing about me is the way that I walk. I can dance, I can sing. I'm just standing here selling. I can dance, I can talk. The only thing about me is the way that I walk. I can dance, I can sing. I'm just standing here selling everything. Better do.
I'll totally get copyright striked for that one. Okay, so if you haven't guessed already, that's I Can't Dance by Genesis. I'm going to take you through how I loop this. It's dead easy, and it's a lot of fun to play with. Now, again, I'm only using two loops. One's the beat, one's the actual sequence, the actual 3-chord sequence. Oh, the wave station. I like the wave station. Yeah, nice, cool, fantastic. Yeah, so basically what we got is capo 3, normal tuning. Again, me putting the beatboxy stuff down. Again, if you're using like an RC5, you could do this. Just pick the right rhythm. Okay, so I only did half of that. So again, starting with, and you end it with this. Now, the reason why I do this, it's a little bit of a tip for you. The reason why I go is in my ears, that's the end of the loop. So it's an indication to me that that's the end of the loop. It's as simple as that. I've just realized. I've moved things around, okay, in the studio, and there's a lot of gear behind me, and I need to tidy this. This is untidy. I've just realized I've moved Mr. McDuckface, and he's over there, and he's not actually on show today. Oh, sorry, mate. So, yeah. So this one is E. And then all you do is keep the E form and just take your third and fourth finger. I know I'm not talking guitar speak, like second and third, whatever. Third and fourth finger, your middle and your fourth. I'm not a full A-list guitarist. So basically, just, there's your A. Just take your third and fourth finger off. Like that. Trying to find a way you can see that. See the one doing it? Sounds like a train. Just do that all day long. So we're going. So it's off to begin with. It's almost like it dipping into the sevenths kind of thing. It's like a. Now, what's really important on this is actually to mute it. Let those bits ring out. And then you're going D. Now it's meant to be A, it's meant to be, but I actually like the A sus. Just don't play your little finger. For me it sounds a little bit nicer, I don't know. But I could play that all day long, I really like that sequence. Yannick's got me saying sequence, there we go. You slipped that in there, you. What really makes it for me on this one is actually the bass line. I really like the bass for this because I've kind of like made this over the years and I've changed it slightly.
So of course we record that sequence.
Sorry. So, of course, we record that guitar sequence, and then the bass line is me going... Okay? So you'll end up with this. Now, when you're recording the guitar on this one, you don't let it ring out. You mute it all. Right? You're still doing the same thing with this end. So that means that when you play it over the top, that's more pronounced. Okay? So let's bring in our rhythm section. See what I mean? It sounds proper hitting it hard, okay? I don't sort of... I play on, what is it, 12 gauge? 12 53 if anyone is interested. So there we go. Good afternoon to everyone who's just joining in. Hi, this is 25 songs you can play on a looper, part 2, because I took so long to actually explain them all. It was meant to be it was originally meant to be 50 songs in, but yeah, we're not going to get through all 50. Maybe we'll do part 3 and part 4, so we could do 25 more songs, part 1, 25 more songs, part 2, or just another 10 songs, something like that. Anyway, so this is really good fun. And then the other thing is, obviously, again, the chords change, of course, for the bridge. So there's 2 parts of the bridge. It's C, D, and then A sus for the first bit. Then it's C, D, A sus again, but then you go G, F, D. Let me explain. Oh, checking everything is in place. You never know who's looking on. And then you go back to da-da-da-da. That's the first bit. It's dead quick. So it's checking everything is in place. Now, it's technically a D that, but you're just basically doing a C shape, and then you're just dropping down 1 fret. A minor, not A sus, sorry. You could do A sus, but I do A minor. The next time round, checking everything's in place, you never know who's looking on, a perfect body with a perfect face. Oh, okay. So you got the same first 3. So C, that's step down, A minor, G, F, then D. Yannick, have a great day. Have a fantastic day. Gotta go to work at my studio. Oh, nice. So what is it? It's about 4:45 here, so it must be 6:45-ish there. Doing an evening shift in the old studio. Love it. That's what we like to see. Nice. Have a fantastic day and the fantastic rest of the week. So this basically means all I've got to do is just play it while I'm singing. I just turn off the actual phrase again. So we just go... Everything is in place. You never know who's looking on. Go back to that, okay? Second time round. Everything is in place. Looking on. G, perfect body and the perfect face. You gotta make sure you go, And then, of course, with this next bit, I just bring it in slowly. So you just keep going. Now, the great thing about this is you can mess around with it a bit. If you're on stage, obviously this song is famous for, playing the old, sort of like doing the walk, the Genesis walk. They did that. So, if you want to mess around, you can do. It's good. So, there we go. So, that is I Can't Dance by Genesis on a looper. Again, if you're using a 1-phrase looper, find a rhythm, and then all you need to do is add in the guitars muted and then the bass line, and just turn that on and off. It's as simple as that. Now, this is obviously going in the list that I normally do as a gig. This is what I like to call a 2-hour show. I don't stop. I know most people do 2 45-minute sets. I don't. I just play constantly for 2 hours. And that way the pub get a bit more out of me, but also, people don't leave. So at this point, we've got people, dancing and rocking and drinking and stuff. So we go from I Can't Dance to Brown Eyed Girl.
when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts thumping. The brown-eyed girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened to Tuesday so slow, going down the old mountain with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and a sliding all along the waterfall. The brown-eyed girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la la 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 da. So hard to find my way. Now I'm on my own. Saw you just the other day. Man, you have grown, yeah. Never back now, look. Sometimes all I come think about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you. Brown-haired girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing? We used to la 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 dee da. La 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 dee da. La 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 dee da. La 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 dee da. La 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 dee da.
Okay, so Brown-Eyed Girl made a little mistake there, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Terrence, gotta start my day. Great workshop to attend on a commute. Oh, in Los Angeles. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic day to yourself. Watch the replay, and then once you watch the replay, give it a thumbs up. In fact, give it a thumbs up now, and then go and watch the replay. And then also go and watch last week's as well, which is part 1 of what we're doing. So this is Brown-Eyed Girl, Van Morrison. So the way I do this is a little bit different because oh, there's the guitar. I've just nearly bashed the camera. Hello, camera. Hello, guitar. Yes, I'm weird. So this is, again, a 2-phrase thing. So again, on an RC5 or an RC500, you could do this for yourself. You want to beatbox, you don't want to beatbox. You could use the rhythm section and then just do 1 phrase, or you could use the beatbox ethos stuff and do a 2nd phrase. It's up to you. Again, it's all about keeping it sort of short and sweet for the audience. You know, this half of the set is kind of, you know, towards the latter half, people are drinking and dancing and all kinds. Anyway, so how do we do this? Again, let's put a beat down. Nice and quick. About 155 BPM, 154. That's all I'm doing. And then you heard a bit. just a little bit add on. Sometimes I'll add sort of, this in, or depending on if I'm feeling it. Depends what you want. Anyway, we're normal tuning again. So we've gone obviously from I Can't Dance on capo 3. We take the capo off. Normal tuning. That's our phrase that we're going to record. So it's G, C, G, D with a sort of like, again, taking the third on and off. And then you'll notice I didn't actually record the bass to begin with. So that's where I recorded. I've just undone the bass. I actually did it too many times. I could have actually gone in a lot sooner too. Here we go. Here's when the winds came. Okay. And then you've got your beat going. Skipping and a jamming. The misty morning fog without a heart. The heart's a thump. So C, D, and that girl, G, E minor, C, boom, and them G's. Now what I normally do is I stop that completely. I stop the looper completely while I play this D. Do you remember when? But obviously the first verse round, it's basically, no man, brown-eyed girl. Now in the tune, in the actual radio MP3 version, whatever you want to do, is about and it's so straight in, okay? Instead, what I do is, this is where we go, brown-eyed girl, and this is where we record the bass. Just gives it a little bit of an interlude. We add the bass in on verse 2, so we don't add it on verse 1. It means you can just get going in the beginning real quick, okay? Whatever happens, and then I'll also put the harmonies on for this. Again, just to give it variety. Ancestor radio, sitting in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a Raymond's wall, slipping and sliding all along the one set off. Brown-haired girl, oh my brown-haired girl. That's what we do. So obviously when we get, So when we get to the D, do you remember when she used to sing? And then basically just hit it and go for it. And of course, it's the chorus is the G, C, G, D sequence, the same sequence that you've looped in. Okay, so you can really play on that if you want to. So you can la 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 la. Now I'm going to do an extra thing, and I'm going to show you one alternative at the end. I didn't do it on that performance, but I'm going to show you it on the end here. So then we just go back into obviously playing it, and the first three I don't use the looper at all. I just go, well, I do. I don't use the looper to begin with. I go, so hard to find my way, sing with lots of emotion. I saw you just the other day. None of you have grown yet. Guess my memory back now, love. All I come think about. Don't worry. You could hit the all start stop, but I actually just bring in the beat first, and then I'll bring in the bass, maybe on the sort of like the D or something, or the G, the second G. So I go. Again, just giving it variety within the loop. So the bass comes in a little bit later on, on the other chords. And then the bit that you saw me make a slight mistake is I didn't stop it at the end before the chorus. So then when I came to play it, the loop was halfway round already. My mistake. We all make mistakes, and that's all fine. Now, when you get to the very end, of course, you just end up with sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. At this point in the pub, everyone should be whoa. So you go sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-dee-da. And then those two loops are rocking. Now, if you want to, at the very end, again, could be an RC5, could be an RC500, could be a give me a one-phrase looper. A ditto looper, it could be a ditto looper. It could be a circle looper with the beat and then a chorus. And then you could then just overdub again. Or, if you've got room, like an RC600, you could add on a third one. But I'm just going to overdub instead, so I'm not even going to use loop 3. Just to showcase that you can do this, okay? So, with the harmonies on, having separate harmonies is a really valid thing, because what I can do is, of course, I can play and it'll follow, and that's first of all. But second of all as well, it means that I'm not fumbling around on the R600 trying to get to the effects page. Or I press something up here and I make a mistake. So I can turn these on and they're really close to my foot, as you can see. Apologies, well, I'm no foot model, as you can see. It's really warm here, so that's why I'm in sort of these. And then I'd already have that switched on. So let's go for the end, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-dee-da. I'm going to record that on top, okay? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-dee-da. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-da-dee-da. See what it does? By recording it, it means you can actually do that. You can go like nuts. And then, of course, at the end, and on the D, sha-la-la. And that is Brown Eyed Girl by Morrison. Thank you very much. So, hope everyone's all right and having a good day. As I say, it's sunny here. It's meant to be raining tomorrow, so there we go. But this live stream is sponsored. It's sponsored by our friends over at DistroKid. If you are making music and you want to get music out there, then what you can do is you can actually scan the QR code. DistroKid is a music distribution company that can get you music onto Apple Music and Spotify and Deezer, Amazon, Pandora, Tidal, lots of others that I can't even think of. But also, they can get you onto social media sites, so you can actually have your music on all the ones made by Meta, so Facebook and Instagram and all those ones. But also TikTok as well, which is really, really useful because people use the music in their reels. They choose music, and it could be your music. So we just released last month Whiskey Jar, and then released Stray as well. I did it all through DistroKid. So scan the QR code. It's the same one. It's been there the whole time. And then that way, basically, you'll get 7% off your first annual membership. The membership is a subscription, so you can release as much music as you want to. You can release hundreds of albums if you really, really wanted to for one price per year, which is $22.99. But obviously, with that link, that QR code, you get 7% off your first annual membership with them. So thank you very much to DistroKid for sponsoring this live stream. I took that away a little bit too early, but there we go. And then the other thing as well is the ticker underneath. You can see if I just get rid of my legs for a second. There we go. The ticker underneath, you don't get to see the feet. That basically has been going the whole time, and I have a beginner's course for looping. Now, if you're interested in looping, you must be because you're here. Then we are basically, I have a How to Loop Like a Pro course. So that course takes you from the very, very beginning to some really advanced setups, and it's $149. It's a big course. And then at the moment, if you put in the code Loop Like a Pro, you'll get $30 off. Now, that's been going a while, and I'm actually announcing today that at the end of this month, that discount will go. Okay, so it will go back up to $149. So if you want to grab it for $119, then you can do. You can even pay for it monthly if you want to spread the cost. If you want to go and have a look, then scan that QR code. Ooh, that's my iPad. There we go. Scan that QR code right there. So thank you very much, obviously, for doing that. Of course, that is the ultimate helping me out as well. And if, obviously, you want to help this channel out, then give it a thumbs up right now. Give this live stream a thumbs up right now. That really helps the channel. It's just under there. It's just under there. That helps out. But also, it brings more people in live. It tells people, by the way, do you know JP's on? And it's good. So thank you very much, obviously, for your support as well. We are 25,600 strong. Come on. On the road to 30k. God, I used to say on the road to 25k. Now we're past that. It's mad to me. So let's go back over there. Let me know where you are. This is the chat. Obviously, I'll put the chat up on the side here so everyone can see it. And if you're watching this on a replay, then you won't get this. But if you are live, then let us know, obviously, where you are and what's going on in your day. It's just turned at 5 o'clock in the UK, so 5 p.m. So if you are, about to have tea or dinner or whatever you call it, that's grand. Look at you. So there we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the next song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 songs to go. Now, I put these two together because they're kind of like from a similar era. So, Brown Eyed Girl, love that song, it's all good. Then we've got Steelers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You. Now, you could technically use the same beat. I wouldn't, but you could go. I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. You could use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the chords from Brown Eyed Girl. And then obviously we could just carry on using it. So that way you could use it. I'm thinking about doing it, but I always make I make it slightly slower. Don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. That's just a little bit too fast. But if you're full of energy and you're full of beans, you could do it. It's real fast, isn't it? Well, I don't know why I came up tonight. Got the feeling that something ain't right. Dead in case I fall off my chair. And I'm wondering how I get down the stairs. Down to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Stuck in the middle with you. And I'm wondering what it is I should do. There's love on my face, whoops. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Yes, I am. Down to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Well, it's standing up with nothing, and you don't look on the self-made man. And your friends are y'all come calling and slap you on the back and say, leave. Trying to make some sense of it all. I can see it make no sense at all. It's so good to keep asleep on the floor. I don't think that I can take it anymore. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. And you started off with nothing, and you're something to the sunset man. And your friends, they all come crawl and slap you on the back and say, please, please. Don't know why I came here tonight. I got a feeling that something ain't right. Scared in case I fall off a chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Clowns to the left of me. In the middle with you. So for this one is actually really simple. I don't actually loop any chords whatsoever. I use as you said, use the beat there. I actually used the beat from the previous one. That's why I got a bit fumbled. It's a bit fast for me. I would normally make a new beat, but I only use a beat. I actually just play it normally, because after adding all these, it's like, do you remember when you used to sing sha-la-la-la-la, and does the whole chorus thing? It's actually good to break this down a little bit and just play the normal chords, sing. Obviously, I've got a harmony pedal, which is useful. Adds another dynamic, and then you're putting a beat down, so you could use this with just a beat. And of course, if you want to add on all the other things as well, so you've got, well, I don't know why I came here tonight. So you've got the D. So you could actually do that whole phrase if you wanted to. But I feel I've done it before. I've actually looped that whole phrase, and then started playing. Looked up, and everyone's gone, "Come on, mate! Like, get on with it. We want to sing along." So I actually just put the beat down, because you've just done a Brown Eyed Girl. It's made everyone dance and everything. So I think it's quite useful just to actually just play with almost without the loop. You're using the loop like a beat, like a backing track, in a sense of like a beat. Keeping it there, keeping it in the moment. So that way, basically, you can obviously, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. And I do that at the end, just to repeat it. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with you. And I'd stop the loop at that point. So I know the actual song kind of just goes, stuck in the middle, yeah, stuck in the middle, yeah, stuck in the middle, and all that. I just cut it off. So it's kind of like an interlude song for me, because actually it's a bit of a release from not like looking down at a loop pedal all night long over a 2-hour set. So that's kind of what I do with Steelers Wheel, Stuck in the Middle with You, played in D in the normal tuning, just using a beat. There we go. Then we move on. How's everyone doing, by the way? Let me know in the chat. Let me know so I can see it and say hi and say where you're from. Now, I restrung this guitar about 2 hours ago. So I'm going to have to tune it up. So while I'm tuning up, why don't you say hi? Because all you're doing is watching me like tune. You might as well say hi to one another. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll do one. There's quite a few people in the chat. Where are you all from? Go. Name the city or the place or the country you're from. Tell me. I now want to make sure the chat's working. Are you guys talking? Hopefully. Anyway, if you're not talking, don't worry. It's not a problem. I haven't chopped off the end yet, so, I might get poked in the eye. Ooh, fresh strings. Don't you just love fresh strings? Wow, sounds so bright. If anyone's interested, I use the D'Addario XS strings. They've got that kind of elixir, like they've got that coating on them. Because I find that they actually last ages. And I only snapped a string the other night, and the last time I retuned it, I think was before 2024. So thank you to D'Addario for making good strings. Now, this is 3 songs in one. So this is to keep, my hand in. So this is 3 songs in one. It's actually 2 songs by the same artist and then a third song, which is a bit of a cult following. If you'd followed us from part 1, did a bit of a cult following with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air mixed with Lynyrd Skynyrd. So that's always fun. So this one is actually 2 songs by Ed Sheeran, and then mixed in with Blackstream.
Best place to find the lovers to the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the tables doing shots, drinking faster than we talk slow. Come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop, prevent a man in the jukebox, then we start to dance. Like, girl, I know I want your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I might be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm in love with the shape of you. You push and pull like a magnet do. Though my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room, and my bed sheets smell like you. We're discovering something brand new. I'm in love with your body. Why, 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 why? Discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. This girl late last year and said, don't you worry if it disappeared. I'm not really looking for another mistake. I told an old friend thinking that the trouble would wait, and then it jumped right in. A week later returned. She was only looking for a lover to burn. The day of my time, 2 or 3 nights, doing good north of the moment was right. I went away for months until our paths crossed again. Said I was never looking for a friend. Maybe you could swing around the room around 10. Maybe bring the lemon and the bottle of gin. We'll be in between the sheets till the late 8 a.m. Baby, if you wanted me, you should have had sing it out. Don't with my love. You're so cold. We know. I wanna know that baby. Don't with my love. Good Lord, baby got going all over town. Busy, don't play around, make a much pound, but paid for the pound. Get him made as a 14, drinks in every way, true play away. I can't get her out of my mind, whoa. I think about the girl all the time, whoa, whoa. East side to the west side, pushing fat rides, ain't no surprise. She Got checks in this cash, cracking with a cash, fast when it comes to the gas. By no means average, you got it when you gotta have it. Baby, you're a perfect 10, I wanna get in, can I get down so I can win? Don't dig it, bang it up, yeah. Don't dig it, say bang it up, yeah. Don't dig it, say bang it up, yeah. Don't dig it, say bang it up, yeah.
Like the way you work it.
Don't dig it,
Like the bang
it up, yeah.
Like the way you work it.
Don't dig it,
Like the bang it up, yeah. Like the way you work it.
don't dig it,
Like the bang it up, yeah. Like the way you work it.
don't dig it, say bang it up, yeah.
I'm in love with the shape of you. You push and pull like a magnet do. And my heart is falling through. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room. And your bedsheets smell like you. We discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you.
Whew. Did you see that with the top sing? Is it gonna snap? It's the peg, but never mind. Anyway, so that is 3 songs sort of like mashed into one. Shape of You, Don't, and then No Diggity. So we start off with a really simple beat.
Yeah, don't dig it,
So the No Diggity comes in later. So we obviously just play this. So it's D. D, A. And then you just mimic that on the actual bass as well. So now from Don't,
La 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 la, yeah.
we loop that in.
La 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 la, yeah.
And then it's just a case of singing Shape of You over the top, and that's fine. You'll also notice that I use this a lot. I use, when the cameras is turned off, I've got 2 of the same camera. That's weird. Oh, no, it hasn't turned off. Okay, so give me 1 sec. Something's gone really weird with that. Camera settings. Not that one. That one! Oh dear. Okay, didn't know that happened. So let me do this again. So I'm not playing the whole song, I haven't got time. But beat is on loop 1. So I'm not really playing any chords on this one. I do at the end, but off the D. And then repeat that with the bass. So start with that. And we add the oh-I-oh-I-oh-I's. Turn this off. And then the thing is, there's certain parts of that. Where are we? Shape of You. There we go. So basically then, boy, let's not talk too much. Let's talk too much. Grab on the wrist and put that body on me. This is where I used the volume. Come on, and you just have to keep a metronome in your head and then pull this volume control down, and that's controlling the volume of the loops. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. So using that really sort of amplifies it. And there's also a part in Don't as well. I went away for months on, and then till I broadcast again. So that bit basically. So if I just do that again. I went away for months until I broadcast again. I was never looking for a friend. Okay. And then we bring back the oh I, na 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 na, yeah. And then start playing. Obviously in tune. And then play Don't. And then we go into No Diggity. So I actually use another effect here, which is a radio effect. It's actually on the TC Helicon. It's called Feel Good Gorillas because it's actually the sound from Feel Good Gorillas.
Johnny, get down, good Lord. Baby gone all over town.
You know, and get the right words right and stuff. And then I use that to create No Diggity, bag it up, yeah. No Diggity, bag it up, yeah. So don't sing the whole thing to begin with. So when we bring it in,
bag it up, yeah. No diggity. Bag it up, yeah.
And then when we turn that off,
No diggity. Bag it up, yeah.
I like the way you work it.
No diggity.
I like to bang it up, yeah. I like the way you work it.
No diggity.
I like to bang it up, yeah. I like the way you work it.
No diggity.
I like to bang it up, yeah. I like the way you work it.
No diggity. Bag it up, yeah.
You can add that in if you want. I normally, I'll turn that off. I normally go back into I'm in love with the shape of you. I push and pull like a magnet do. And then this is all rocking and I go in the chords. Shape of you. And you notice I don't reach up to actually go for the start-stop because I don't need to. I can just pull the volume control down and then it all stops anyway. Then I can stop it nice and slowly at my leisure. And that is Shape of You, Don't, and No Diggity. Now the next one actually goes right back and we go to Stevie Wonder. Now I've played this before on the channel and this is really good fun to play around with if you get it right. A couple of different phrases on this one. So it's actually just the same loop phrase. And that's it. So I'm in Dadgad right now. So this the red guitar's in Dadgad. So D. Where are we? D, E, F. So D, F, G. So D, F, G. Okay. So it almost sounds like. But this is Superstition. Superstition, writings on
the wall. Very superstition. That's about to fall. 13-month-old baby broke that looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. Good things in your past. Things that you don't understand, then you suffer, yeah. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way. There is superstition. Wash your face and nails. Rid me of the problem. Do all that you can. In a daydream. Keep me going strong. You don't wanna save me. That was my song. Things that you don't understand, then you suffer, yeah. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way. Superstitious. Nothing more to say. Very superstitious. Devil's on his way. 13-month-old baby broke that lucky glass. 7 years of bad luck. Good things in your past. Even things that you don't understand, when you suffer, yeah. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way now. Superstition ain't the way. Woo! Sick. Thanks. Nice comment right there. So this is Superstition by Stevie Wonder. For the algorithm to obviously copyright strike me, thank you. I'll be back. Right. So this is in Dadgad. And predominantly you're just playing 3 chords. It's only the chorus. If you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer, yeah. Superstition ain't the way. People ask why do I play in Dadgad? That's why. It just sounds sick. So there we go. Question. I'm looking over here, by the way, because my monitor. I've moved my monitor. My monitor's over here, so which I know I'm not looking at you there, but I am looking at you. Does that make sense? Tainted, have you tried the downloadable presets for the acoustic play? If so, are they any good? The downloadable presets. Yes, I have. Yes. For the TC Helicon, yes, for this thing over here. Yes, I have. There's loads, there's absolutely loads. Get the Voice Support 2, I think it is, the software. Download them all to that, and you could obviously then move them around and put them wherever you like. Yeah, there's some ghost ones there. There's some cool ones. There's some really strange ones as well. There's a nice one, actually. Let me find it. Right. So this is the bass that I use that is called Barry White.
Hello.
And that's the one I normally use at a gig. However, check out this. That one's called Orange Flange, and that's actually one of the presets. There's also presets for this thing.
Oh, yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, not to be lucky. It's so not to be lucky. I know that I am lucky. We've got to all be lucky.
The presets for Get Lucky. Ooh, delay. This one's quite fun again. Now I use 3 loops on this. One is the beat, of course, so if you've got a 2-track looper, maybe you could use the rhythm section and then 2 separate tracks. You could do it that way. You don't have to do the beatsy boxies, as I call them. I don't know why I call them that, but I do. And yeah, so to answer that question, yes, I have, and they're very good, and you can download them all, which is great. I'll check them out. Cool, fantastic. So this one again, fun one to do. Loads of people dance to it, which is great. That's a great sort of affirmation to say that's a good song. So I'll put a little bit of an accent on this as just you know, a bit of a give it a bit of a groove. So you're literally just playing these 3 chords. D, E, F to D, F, G. That's it. That's predominantly most of the song, okay? Now, the sound that I introduced you to in No Diggity, which was the radio-y sound, which is the feel-good Gorillaz sound. This is where we use, instead of, obviously we're not playing keyboard. If you are playing keyboards, that's great, of course, you can play keyboards. But the other thing you can do is, I actually go, okay? So, I add that in as the 3rd loop. Then I turn that off. Writings on the wall. We're superstition. Harmony's on. The dim mouth open. Roll down lucky glass. 7 years of bad luck. Good things in your past. Now, keeping the harmony on, turning off the choral parts of the loops, just having the beat. 1A. If you believe in things, A sharp, then A to G, then you suffer, yeah. Go back to A. Superstition ain't the, and carry on. So it's really, really simple, because the other thing as well, you'll notice with the actual first 2 loops, apart from the ba 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 ba, which is filling everything, they're actually really scarce. So you've got this. That's doing most of the work. It leaves it open. So there's not too much there. Which is nice, because this is really a song where, you know, that beat needs to rock, but also at the same time, with the chords, less is more. If I was to if I just went, and I do at the end, but I'm playing that live. But for the actual loop, it's, and that's great, because it just gives that little bit of space. APT in the house, sounding great, looking great. Thanks. Sounding great, GP. Looking forward to this all week. Yeah, I know you've been looking forward to my flip-floppy things. No, I'm joking. So I hope you're all well. And yeah, this is cool. It's a good song to do. So the chorus only really has the A in it. So the A sharp, and then A, G. Could do a jazz version.
And I just bring back in and I turn off the radio effect. So for the 13-month-old baby, we bring it all back. And then all I do when we get to the chorus is I just turn loops 2 and 3 off. Don't panic. You don't have to worry. All you got to do is just do it just towards the end. See what I did there? See what I did there? I'll do it again. Okay, so I'm doing it in time. I'm going bang, bang. Okay. And it literally is that simple, so I'm going to play it now. Good things in your past. Don't understand that you suffer, yeah. Superstition ain't the way. It's really funny, I said. It's really funny, I said, it's really simple, don't worry about it. And then I said that. I went, and missed the actual note. So this is really, really good fun to play around with. Flip-flop for our immense. Yeah, absolutely. If you can loop and flip-flops, you're a pro. Simple as that. Because I don't know where my big toe is underneath these things, so there we go. And also, if you notice this, like if I do this, I can cover 4 buttons at once. So you have to be careful. But yeah, so the thing is, this is a great song. This is a good, again, up and dancing song for the crowd. They love it, and it's just like Superstition. Yeah, they love it. The only thing I'd say, obviously, with the second one, with the third one, very Superstition. Nothing more to say. I just break it down. Very Superstition. Nothing more to say. Very Superstition. If you really power your voice. Very Superstition. Like church, you know? People love it. The devil's on his way. 13-month-old baby. You can proper go into it, and it's really nice. And then the only thing I end it with, you can end it however you want. This is how I end it. I end it basically going with everything going. So I'll, like 1, 2. Like I'll end it on the 2. So I'll end the loop go. So let that first beat play. It's quite useful. But yeah, that's how I do it. Quick one for as well, if you want my presets, the presets that I actually have on the RC600, they are now available to buy. If you've got the RC600 course, which is on my big, it's over 57 videos deep now. No, over 50, 50, is it 57 or 58? Anyway, basically, it's really big. If you want that course, you can go and get that course. That's on my website, jumponmusic.co.uk. But also now, what you can do is if you look under the link of this video, of this live stream, there is a link if you want to go and buy my presets. I've got 3 presets available. Now, if you are on the RC600 course, you get these anyway, so don't buy them if you get in the RC600 course, because you can pay monthly now for the RC600 course as low as $33 a month, or something like that, for 6 months. So it's $197. That's why, obviously, it's quite big. Put the word subscribe it in the checkout and you get 5% off. But if you want the setups, if you know how to run the R600 and you just want my setups, then there's a link underneath which will take you to my setups page and you can buy them. You can buy an individual one for $10 or you can buy all 3 for $25, giving you a saving of $5 whole. So there we go. Now we go from Superstition into 2 different songs put together. This is an old favorite, which is T-Rex, and then I interlace a different song into it. Oh, thank you very much. That's lovely. Absolute game changer, he says. There we go. So ABT's obviously someone who has taken the course. Thank you very kindly, obviously, because you are supporting me massively. Highly recommend the courses and setups. Absolute game changer. So if you want to grab the course, let me just do something right now before we play. Let's grab that. No, wrong one. That one. You can't even see what I'm doing. Yes, I know it's been. There we go. Right, so there is the RC600 course. $197, 5% off. That is the QR code if you want to go and grab it. So it's just gone into the chat as well. It should have just gone into the chat as well. It's on my website, johnpaulmusic.co.uk. Over 57 videos deep now in this course, going right from the very beginning all the way through to my setups, and you can get my setups as well. I haven't got a link for the setups directly, but it is underneath this video. Or if you're just getting into looping and you want a little bit more help, then this is How to Loop Like a Pro. This is my sort of beginners to intermediate course, and looping on any loop pedal. We actually do this right through the course. We go from a one-phrase looper right through to Loopy Pro, right through to the RC600, right to RC500 and back again. So put the code Loop Like a Pro in, you'll get $30 off. And that code is going by the end of this month. So I'm letting people be aware of it. That code's going by the end of this month. So scan the QR code, put Loop Like a Pro in, and you get $30 off. Right, now, back to what we were doing. So this is T-Rex with something else mixed in. We're in Dadgad, by the way, so this is in D. I know it's not in the traditional tuning of what it should be, but I'm already in Dadgad and I've already played something in D, so I'm going to carry on playing something in D.
It's fine, friends say it's good. Everybody says it, just like Robin Hood. I groove like a cat, charge like a rat, sting like a bee. Babe, I wanna be your man. It's plain to see you were meant for me, yeah. You're 20th century boy. Friends say it's fine, friends say it's good. Everybody says it's just like Robin Hood. Fly like a plane, drive like a car, fly like a hare. Babe, I wanna be your man. Ain't to see you in for me, yeah. I'm your toy, your 20th century boy. 20th century toy. Wanna be a boy. 20th century toy. I wanna be a boy. Living fun. It's looking for some action. All I found was cigarettes and alcohol. Couldn't wait for a lifetime. Spend them days in the sunshine. Might as well do the white line. On top. You better make it happen. Friends say it's good. Everybody says it just like Robin Hood. Fly like a plane, drive like a car. But I can hear you, babe, I wanna be your man. Plain to see you were meant for me, yeah. I'm your
20th century boy. 20th century toy. I wanna be a 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 boy. Ba-ba-da-ba. So that one is 20th Century Boy mixed with Cigarettes and Alcohol from Oasis. In the UK, you know, you play an Oasis track and most people out in the pub will go, yeah, we're drunk enough. So, you know, I'd just do the first verse and the first chorus of that and then just jump back into 20th Century Boy. And looping-wise, what we're doing is just very similar to... where were we? Stuck in the Middle with You. We're just using it as a beat, nothing else. Again, simplifying the process just because you don't need to use it like that. Now, I press stop and start and everything else. I could have just used the volume pedal if I wanted to, and I've done that before, where I've just stood on it like that and played and go, where are we? I'm gonna wait for a lifetime in the days in the sunshine. And then... when it comes on time, I'm gonna make it happen. If you get your timing right, that works really, really well. So I'm not going to teach you how to play, obviously, 20th Century Boy or Cigarettes and Alcohol, because I'm playing it in Dadgad. That will obviously be very different, of course, depending on what you're playing. If you're playing, you know, viola, that's going to be very different indeed. So those two mashed together work quite well. But keeping... You play the chords of Oasis, so is it my imagination finally found something worth living? And then, you know, keeping that link there, keeping all that there. That's quite good. Sorry, I just did realise I had the... I turned off the guitar. So yes, there we go. So the next one actually is now quickly becoming one of my favourites to loop with. It's definitely in the top 5. It gets a massive sort of round of applause afterwards, or you get a massive cheer depending on how drunk they are. And it's one of those ones where you don't need to do anything really, and it sounds great. So you just need to play. You do need to do stuff, obviously, but you need to play the chords and then add a beat down and then just sing over the top of it. And you can just literally just play the same stuff over and over again. The only thing is there's a sort of chorus, there's a breakdown at towards the end of it, and all you need to do is stop the loops, play the breakdown, and then bring it all back in for a lovely crescendo at the end. And this is James, Sit Down. to sing song from that darkest hour, secrets I can't keep inside already. Swing from high to deep, extremes says, I hope, I pray. I'm now the undertow, my life is out of control. I believe this wave will bear my weight, let it flow. Don't sit down, don't sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 in sympathy. Sit down, don't sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 in sympathy. To hear that you've been to some far out places. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. I'm down again, it's worse than it was before. If I hadn't seen such riches, I could live being poor. Sit down, oh sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 in sympathy. Oh sit down, oh sit down, oh sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 in sympathy. Feel the breath of sadness, sit down next to me. Those who find their touch by madness, sit down next to me. Those who find themselves ridiculous, sit down next to me. In love and fear, in need and tears, in love and fear. Hate and tears, in love and fear, hate and tears, in love and fear and hate. Oh. Sit down, oh, sit down, oh, sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 in sympathy. Oh, sit down, oh, sit down, oh, sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 in sympathy.
So this one's a real easy one, and this is a bit of a you get people sitting right in front of you, you know. It's a great song to play. It's a great, fun, uplifting song to play. We start with a beat. So things like that are quite nice. It's got a nice groove to it. You could obviously, you know, change it slightly. Again, if you've got a like a one-track looper, you obviously just find the right rhythm. You could use a rhythm section, and then you've got this wonderful sort of like phrase to go through. So if you don't use the rhythm and you're putting it down, just remember to put as many bars down as you need for this. It's a 4-bar thing, so D, G, A, G, a D, and a G, and an A. It's that simple. Twiddle around with that. Bring the beat back.
Myself to sleep, a song from the darkest hour. Can keep inside of a days.
This is all verse 1, okay? Keep going through the underflow.
My life is elegance, and I've seen such riches.
You're going to record the chorus, the whole chorus.
Sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, down, in sympathy.
And that just repeats, of course, which is great. Sorry, I had the harmony on. That just repeats, of course, which is great. And that is the whole loop. That is the whole system. So we've got the beat, we've got the DGA, and you've got the chorus. And all I do then is just turn the chorus on and off. And then you could obviously play bits and bobs if you want to. No problem. You can turn the rhythm on and off while keeping the chords going. And then the end of it is obviously...
As you feel the breath of sadness, sit down next to me.
The breakdown, you just play it yourself. Okay, then you bring it all back in slowly and surely, and you go down. This is why I quite like the harmonies on this. So if I go down, but with the harmonies.
Down, whoa.
Two voices there. I've got a high and a low. Just adds a lot more. So that is "Sit Down" by James. Of course, a great song to play. DGA all the way through. Nice and simple. Nice and easy. Now we move over from Dadgad. I move over from Dadgad. By the way, what's been really distracting this whole time, I haven't cut the ends off, and this is going in my ears. Cut the ends off later. So this is what I like to call the silly part of the evening when I do this. We're on capo number 5 on a normal tuning. We've just done James Sit Down, and now, believe me, after we've done James Sit Down and putting this one on, everyone gets back up.
cause you got deeply hot. Hot for the cause you got deeply dip about the fun we had. Lately mad. And for the fun we had all my love. Can't make head not sail of passion. Oh my love. Let's set sail for the seas of passion now.
Dippy about the way you walk. A contact sport, let the neighbors talk. Deeply Dippy, I'm your Superman. I'll explain. You're my lowest lane, oh, my love. I can't make head nor tail of passion, oh, my love. Let's set sail for the seas of passion now. Deeply Dippy about your Spanish eyes. Sierra smile, legs that go on for miles and miles. Miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and oh, my love. I can't make head nor tail of passion, oh, my love. Let's set sail for the seas of passion, oh, my love. I can't make head nor tail of passion, oh, my love. Let's set sail for the seas of passion now.
So that is Deeply Dippy by Right Said Fred. Now, the fun thing about that one is, again, certainly in the UK, that gives a lot of laughs, but also people get up and dance to it as well. Bit of buzzing from my capo, apologies about that. To change the action slightly. Anyway, so that one is on capo 5. We're playing G, E minor, F, and C all the way through. Nice and simple. Again, 2 phrases. One is the beat. G, E minor, F, C. For the bass. Simple as that. Nice and simple. So then you can obviously play around with that. You can play around with the whether you turn on the drums or you turn on the chorus. The only other one, obviously, is with the last verse. I just play it on its own. So like, just going. I've taken the cap off, haven't I? There we go.
Deeply dip about your Spanish eyes. Sierra smile, legs that go on for.
And then that's where you hit it. So we go.
Miles and miles.
And then you keep going from there. So just wanted to show you that one. That is Deeply Dippy by Right Said Fred. The next one. Now the next one. You got to remember this is after 10 p.m. at this point. This is towards the end of the night. Let's try that bass again, shall we? know what it is?
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems it's going just too rough. Things are going no matter what I do. Now and then it seems that life is just too much. But you got the love I need to see me through. The food is gone, you are my daily meal. When friends are gone, I know my seamless love is real. You got the love, you got the love, you got the love. You got the love, you got the love, and you got the love. You got the love, you got the love, and you got the love. You got the love, you got the love, and you got the love. Time after time I think, oh Lord, what's the use? Time after thing I think it's just too good. Sooner or later in life, the things you love you lose. You got the love you need to see me through. You got the love, you got the love, and you got the love. Wow, 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 wow. You got the love, you got the love, and you got the love.
So, this song is fun to do, and it's one of those things where, again, it's E minor D and A, so E minor D and A all the way through. And with the beat there, I do it a little bit differently because you've got a boom, 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 with the Florence and the Machine version. Now, you might think that's a bit too much. You might want to do that as like double the length. But you'll notice actually with this one, I actually start with no beat whatsoever, which is tricky. Certainly, I didn't mean to do that. I've just erased it. Damn. Anyway, it's tricky because I will build it up again. Because it's one of those things where if you get the timing wrong, and then the beat's going to be wrong as well. So. So I kind of 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. I kind of do it like that, kind of like basically 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. So that's kind of my timing. You really have to listen back. Which that was a bit hard because the speaker's over there and it's quite quiet. So normally, of course, if you're wearing earphones, you can do that. Or if you've got a click track, you can send a click track from things like the RC600 to your ears without the audience listening to it. You don't have to do it like that, of course. The alternative way to do this is put the beat down first, but you don't really want to give it away. So you could do it like this. You can do it like that, okay? And then, but you need to get the boom, boom, You need to get that in somewhere, okay? Because you want it to kick when you go, you got the love, okay? So once you've got your chords in,
Get the bass in first.
we'll go back up, put the harmonies back on. Game's up then, they know what it is. Pull it down. Sometimes I feel like I throw my hands up in the air. By the time you get to sometimes I feel, there's so many people just go, and they just start singing because they love it. So it's a great song to play. You need a lot of energy for this though. You need to save some energy at the end of the gig for this because it's a lot. And also, sometimes I'll cheat. What I mean by that is, it's in an E minor. Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Now for me, it's in the upper octaves, upper part of my range, okay? So. This effect is called, it was actually for Ed Sheeran Shivers. But when you do it, it's my voice, but then with a very feminine sounding voice on top. Sometimes I feel like I throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. You got the love you need to see me through. So sometimes I'll use that because if my voice is a bit strained, I can sing a bit quieter. Sometimes I feel like I throw my hands up in the air. And it already sounds like someone's singing with you, which is quite cool. And you've got that sort of female voice element. It doesn't always work. It depends on whether you need it or not. So yeah, just wanted to obviously showcase that. So E minor, D, and A, all the way through. And you can always chug the guitar as well, so we add a layer on. But I'll start that again, shall I? But it becomes a really big thing real quick. So you need to obviously get in there really quick with it. I think I'll be changing the action on this guitar slightly. It's buzzing. I think the next moved, maybe. Now, after that massive sort of song of You've Got the Love by Florence and the Machine, what do you do then? What's the next sort of step up? Well, I like to annoy people. So the next song, I don't actually play with a looper at all for the first half of the song. I turn what is traditionally quite a fast song into a love song. And then what we'll do is then when we do the second time round, then I bring the looper in. So after you've done sort of like, You've Got the Loves loads of times, then we go into this.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started off with a kiss, but didn't end up like this. It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now she's falling asleep and she's calling a cab. They're having a smoke, yeah, she's taking the drag. They're going to bed and my stomach is sick. It's all in my head now, she's touching it. kiss. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. And I just can't look. It's killing me. It's taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullaby, joking on your alibi, but it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I miss the bright side. Now he takes off her dress. Now let me go. And I just can't look. It's killing me. Taking control. See, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullaby, joking on your alibi, but it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I miss the bright side.
So that one's Mr. Brightside, The Killers. That was on Capo number 5. So this is a G, and then a step down to like F sharp, and then C, and then with a D on the end. So what we do is we go G, that step down on F sharp, C, and then just add the D. There we go. Now, the only other bit you've got is the E minor, D, C, which is the bridge. Yeah, and then you go back into that. So the first half, I actually, as I said, I slow it all down, and then the second half we start with. And there we go. So about that speed. Also, I noticed. I think I did the bass without turning the bass effect on. I think, but it sounded like it. I was too busy going through it to redo it. Yeah, it did. Oh well, that's okay. See? There's the D. And then you just turn it off, obviously, for just now. He takes off her dress, now let me go. So all that bit. The ending. I'll record that twice. I've also been known to record the I'll never, and then I harmonize. I'll never. So do this. I'll never. I'll never. I'll never. I'll never. It always ends up putting that little thrill on the end. Anyway, but that's Mr. Brightside. Then we go straight into. From there, we go into. The Zootons, Valerie. No, it's not. The other person, it is the Zootons version. So, I'm going to go. Sometimes I go out by myself. Yeah! Turned out nice again. We do the Zootons version because I prefer the Zootons version. That's just me, that's my preference, and that's what I like to do. So, yeah, this guitar's getting really buzzy. So C and D minor. Here we go. Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Now we change the chords. Going home, my body's been a mess, and I missed your ginger hair. The way you like to dress. Gonna come on over. Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. So I'll bring them in after the first chorus. Everyone loves doing that. Everyone loves doing. When you get back, obviously, what you can do is we've got all the different parts now. We've got the C and the D minor. That's all we're putting in, C and D minor. And then the chorus is F, A minor, F, G, C, F, C, G, G, D, F, C, G. And then you got, why don't you come on over, Valerie? And it goes back into Valerie. So you're back into the C and D minor by the point. And then the great thing is, the third verse is verse 1 again. But of course, because you've got everything in, you've got the beat, you've got your C and your D, and you've got your whoop whoops, you can take the guitar bit out. So, Valerie, Valerie. So let's take the guitars and bass out.
Sometimes I go out by myself, walk across the water, and think all the things, what you doing? In my head, I'm painting a picture. Let me go back into the chorus again. So you can pull that 2 and 4, which is really, really good. So that is Valerie, the Zootons. That is how I play it with no capo on. I know it's capoed, but it's way above my vocal range, and certainly at that point in the evening. The last song that I do, traditionally, I do is Tom Petty, Free Falling. Now, I have played this many, 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 many times on the live stream. But just to give you a quick rundown, I don't play it in the normal way. So I have it on capo 3, so we're going D, G, and then back to A. Now, I play it in lots of different ways. I've done it where I've just done it a cappella to begin with. I've done it, well, obviously, I've done this. And I've done it where I've added stuff in here and there. It depends on how you want to do it. I also read it through the night. I've got a different way of doing it, but again, the bass is dead easy because but what I normally do is I normally put that in, and then I normally put in harmonies, but I don't put a guitar in. So I normally put like just get my cue and go do 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 do, and then I'll sing oh 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 oh, and then all of those together will end up being a lovely harmony while we've got the beat going, and I'll sing the first verse, and then when you get into Free Falling, I'll sing the lower part just like the John Mayer version, and then we get to the second chorus, I'll do the higher part, which is obviously the traditional Tom Petty version. So I just wanted to obviously run over them. There are a couple more songs that I obviously want to throw in there. There's a couple of encores and things like that. And I've got loads more in the repertoire as well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a look at carrying this on. I'm looking at a couple of different songs there. And I know I've done 25 over the span of 2 weeks. So what we're going to do is we're going to do maybe another load. And we'll find out, obviously, how popular this is. If you're watching on the replay, then obviously give this a thumbs up. It really helps me. If you're watching this live right now, give this a thumbs up because that really helps me. We've gone a little bit over today because it's now 2.5 hours live streaming when it should have been 2 hours because of me explaining lots of things. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've got something out of it. If you have, obviously, please, as I say, give that a big thumbs up because that really, really helps me. And thank you very much for watching. Have yourself a good evening. We'll see you next week. And that'll be the last week of the month. Thank you very much to DistroKid for sponsoring this live stream. Go and scan the QR code. And, yeah, have fun. I'll see you later.